And if the hit-and-run incident has left the nation in disbelief, the details are still unfolding, but the impact is undeniable.
The name Kianna Underwood is echoing across Google searches, news headlines, and social media timelines, and not for the reasons anyone would ever want. Once remembered as a bright, talented face from Nickelodeon's golden era, Kianna Underwood has now become the center of a devastating national conversation. A conversation about loss. About unanswered questions. About how a familiar childhood name can suddenly become a tragic headline. Early Friday morning, just before 7 a.m., in the Brownsville neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York, a woman was struck while crossing the street. That woman was Kianna Underwood. According to police and multiple media reports, a sedan hit her at the intersection of Pitkin Avenue and Mother Gaston Boulevard. What followed was not just an accident, it was a nightmare. The vehicle did not stop. Reports indicate she was dragged for nearly 2 blocks. No immediate help. No accountability. And no arrest so far. Kianna Underwood was pronounced dead at the scene. She was 33 years old. For many, that age hits hard. 33 is not old. It's not the end. It's a chapter where life is still unfolding. And that's exactly why this story has shaken so many people. But who was Kianna Underwood beyond the headlines? To a generation of viewers, she was a familiar face on Nickelodeon. She appeared in the final season of All That, a sketch comedy show that defined childhoods and launched future superstars. She also voiced characters on Nick Jr.'s Little Bill, a show many kids grew up watching every morning. Her presence wasn't loud, but it was warm. Natural. Effortless. Unlike many child actors, Kianna didn't remain constantly in the spotlight as she grew older. She lived quietly. Privately. And maybe that's why this news feels even more shocking. She wasn't chasing headlines. The headlines came to her. The internet, however, has not been quiet. Searches for Kianna Underwood Nickelodeon. All That actress hit and run. Kianna Underwood death have surged within hours. Why? Because stories like this cut deeper. A hit and run is not just a traffic incident. It's a moral failure. Someone makes a choice, to flee instead of helping. To disappear instead of taking responsibility. And when the victim is someone people remember from childhood, the emotional impact multiplies. Fans are asking, why hasn't anyone been arrested? Were there surveillance cameras? Who was driving the car? How does someone walk away after something like this? The NYPD says the investigation is ongoing. But silence leaves space for anger, grief, and outrage. This tragedy also reopens a broader conversation. How many hit-and-run victims never get justice? How many cases fade once the trending tab moves on? Kianna Underwood's name should not become just another statistic. She represented a time when television felt simple. When kids laughed without knowing what adulthood would bring. And now, her story has collided with the harshest realities of adult life and death. The streets of New York are unforgiving. But so is public memory. The question now is whether this case will lead to accountability, or whether it will quietly disappear once the algorithms move on. For her family. For those who grew up watching her. For anyone who believes justice should not depend on fame. This is not just about a Nickelodeon star. This is about responsibility. This is about humanity. And this is about a life that deserved far more than this ending. Stay with us till the end. Because stories like this demand attention, not silence.